Hey now, welcome back to Space Ghost. We're on Chapter 8. It's a spider machine. This is what it looks like. Now, this is the first time we see it mentioned as the spider machine. Beforehand, it was just called what I'm calling the SPIDREX, which is the Spid King, because she's the queen. And that's where I'm taking it. I don't know where you want to take it, but that's where I'm going to take it today. All right. So anyway, I don't think it matters what happens. It's an evil queen. She's a psychopath. There's no layers to this character. Not that there's too many layers with Space Ghost, but the lack of layers with our evil queen is disturbing enough, just for my taste. But so the frightened duo are in. So these every time they try to escape, the change some kind of magic spell. They crush them some more. So that's problematic. So I don't know how we're gonna get out of that. Meanwhile, the people flee. The community panics. Maybe the community wouldn't panic so much about the giant spider coming their way if Space Ghost would have given them a heads up and say, "Hey, I think we released your evil queen that tried to kill you a generation ago. Let's just have a heads up on that." But no, that's not going to happen. The sorceress, she has returned. So here we go, fleeing. Now this is a pretty common panic fleeing scene. When I look at it, the first thing that comes to mind when I see a scene like this is Dark Phoenix Saga. When Dark Phoenix destroys a planet in one panel. Now I know the similarities kind of end at that, but it was that kind of panel that prompted Bob Harris to say, "Yeah, at the end of the day, we got to kill this character. There's nothing to redeem the evil Dark Phoenix," and I'm seeing parallels to that, and I begin to think, I think that was still a good choice, because there have to be consequences for actions like this, and here we go. So Space Ghost, he's got it. He's invisible again. I don't know what he's doing, and it doesn't matter. He's swooping. We're attacking the spider machine. The Web of Fire has returned. Remember, we saw the Web of Fire when we saw the video overview of what's going on. These two are still kind of stuck. They can't get out of anything. Their arms are bound. They cannot use their transmitters, blah, blah, blah. And so they're just ending up, they're just having conversations with you. Now, where's Blip? Maybe Blip saves the day here, because I remember we got the Space Monkey. We don't know what's happening with the Space Monkey. Maybe he's going to save the day. We'll see. Let's get that out of there. Okay. So the whispered conversations. Meanwhile, I think the queen, the evil queen's in such a happy place and with so much glee about the destruction of other people that maybe she's not paying attention to the twins here. So I guess so she's also shouting to the wizards of the universe, "Bow in awe and admiration of the completeness of my vengeance." But then what's the point? Is your vengeance just to destroy everybody and end up just sitting on top of a pile of rubble? I mean, can you have an eternity's worth of satisfaction from that, of this spiting enemies? Yeah, I really don't know what the heck the point is here. Spew over the community of homes, fires. It's just like those are so focused on winning all the time. It's all about this winning. What are you winning? Who else is benefiting from your winning? If it's no one, then nothing has been won. You've just it's that kind of it's this kind of mentality, that kind of ethos that gets us in more trouble when we. I'll leave that kind of wishy-washy screed alone, but nonetheless, this is just like, yeah, I'm frustrated too. Space Ghost is frustrated. He doesn't know. Space Ghost has an immediate practical concern. He's not discussing the issues with the evil queen. He didn't have time for that. He needs to stop the SPIDREX here. So we're not reflecting. We're not having a metacognitive issue with Space Ghost yet. But it screams terror, man. People are just dying. This sucks. I mean, it's kind of sad. We gotta put, and people are trying to put out fires, and there's everything going on. and we're left in this chapter to say, hey, are we doomed? Is that it? This is where we're at. This is where we're going. This is And remember, all this started because Jan was just digging for some stuff. So, I mean, we're kind of like Phantom Zone issue here. How did the accident that General Zod does gets released, and then destruction ensues, and now I'm reminded of the end of John Byrne's run on Superman, where Zod and the others just fly through the core of the planet and just destroy everything. And then even when I was reading that at like 12 to 13 years old, I'm like, well, what's the point of that? I mean, how evil is evil, and what is the point of just blatant, blind destruction of everything if there's no one left? I mean, is it just a lesson of how far just the individualism goes, and maybe the consequences of that, or I don't know. I mean, yeah, this is how I think. All right, so Space Ghost X. That's where we're gonna be next time. Look forward to it.